Well, hello everybody. Back again here on a Saturday night. Hoping you're having a good one. I'm joined by Vinny once again. Vin, good to see you.
Hey, Dave, sound great. That was a mind blowing playthrough you taught. And I'm not just saying that because we're here now. I told you before. Wow. I really, really think Grant should put that on his website. There can't be any questions left after that. Just refer to the video. Great, great job.
Yeah, that was the highlight hockey, 49 highlight hockey. I did a video tonight, and I really did. That's a deep dive, and every now and then I do that. When I get comfortable with a game and I enjoy a game, I like to go in and give it some love, and because it's not a hard game, but there's a lot of little things, and it's very different. That's the other thing. It is so different. So when I go in there and it's like, okay, how about this and how about that? It just kind of shows that is different, and not to be like, when I first saw that from a distance and I watched other people play it with the tracks and the cubes and all this, I'm like, oh boy, it's like this is just way more than I'm used to, because I'm used to Hockey Bones and APBA and Shootout and Stone Cold and Red Ice and stuff like that. We don't have any of this stuff, and then I got this game and I sat with him and I played it in Colorado. I was like, okay, I get it, but still it wasn't until I got it on the table at home that I really dug into it. And I was like, oh man, it just worked. It just worked.
I tell you, when I first saw it, I was like, I said, I can't comprehend this, all those colors and everything going on.
Yeah.
But it's
But keep in mind that the colors don't mean anything.
no.
You can color coordinate if you want. Like on the tracks, I like to put offense either a red or an orange and the defense blue, because defense is always kind of a blue color when you're talking defense, at least in a lot of games. And so that way I just kind of color coordinate that. But you can put any color you want anywhere. It doesn't matter. All the cubes are just keeping places. They're just place markers is all it is. But I bought all those cubes so I could have the colors with the teams, because I like to match the colors. That's just what I like to do on my tabletop.
Yep.
And so
that's
what I did.
That too.
So
I got him.
So Joe comes by. So Joe's back. Hi, Joe. Thanks for coming by. And Barbara comes by, and Barbara's playing a game. She hasn't contacted me today, so either she's not playing or she's doing okay. Or she's doing okay. So I'm kind of hoping she's doing okay. And Brawler comes by. He's playing some Soccer Blast. Nasal 77. We used to call it Nasal. I think it's called Nasal.
I gotta get that set. I didn't even realize. Was that new, Brawler? Is that a new season?
I remember when we had, I think it was the Intellivision, right around that same time, like late 70s, early 80s, the Intellivision come out. I think it was early 80s. And they come out with NHL hockey, NFL football, and they had NASL soccer. We used to call it Nasal. We used to laugh as little kids. Nasal soccer. It's nasal soccer. But I guess that's what it's called. So he's playing that with the Soccer Blast, which is great.
Good stuff.
Which is great. It was 4th Street Hockey. That's the one Ryan was going to show me. We ran out of time in Connecticut. So I'm gonna have to get with him the next time we get together.
I'm sure it's good.
And Matt comes by. Good to talk to you, Matt. Matt, I responded to your email. Make sure you got it, because he sent me an email a while ago. I want to get back to him.
That's one of the best games, Matt. In my opinion, for me, it's one of the best games.
Yeah. History Maker is enjoyjoyable. I'm back in the chat here. And yes, I was going to have to stream her own tutorial. That would be great. Scott comes by.
No cooking shows for that young lady.
Good to see you, Scott.
Baby.
So again, this is just kind of an open chat. So we'll start open chatting. So Vince, I got you saw I have the trail camera out, right? And this week, I don't know when the last time I talked to you guys, but I've been doing the trail cam, and I'm having the coyotes every night. Get the coyote just about every night. I get the coyotes out there, and they're right outside my window here. Like I'm in the basement, I can reach out and touch them. That's how close they are. And I said, I wonder if I'm going to get anything besides a coyote out here. And I pulled in the camera. I want to say it was Monday night into Tuesday, or Tuesday night into Wednesday. It was one of those days. And when I pulled up the camera on my phone and I looked at the thumbnails, and there was this monstrous thing on the trail cam. And this is right outside my bedroom window. And I looked at the videos, and I got an 8-point buck come out of the woods and walked
Yeah,
over to my
that
camera. My
thing is
camera's like
gorgeous.
knee high. It's on like an 18-inch tripod or something like that out there. And
That was incredible.
this thing walked, and then there was one behind him. It was a 6-point buck right
Yeah,
behind him,
that's
and
rare.
they walked over the camera like it wasn't even there. It's like and they didn't knock it over, which is good. And I was like, holy cow! So they hung around for most of the night and a little bit of the day, and I haven't seen them back. They were Vin. They were taller than me.
No, they were
That's
go I'm
how
telling
big
you,
they
I
were.
don't
And
know
they were,
about your area. I'm sure you have more than us. That's rare sighting by us to see 2 bucks
oh
alone,
yeah,
let
no,
alone
we've never seen anything like that. In fact, I've shown my neighbors, and they're like, "Wow!" Because they said I've seen some deer deep into the woods before, but nothing like that.
with a
And they
rack
come
like
right out.
that.
They come right up to my front door. I was like, "Man, I could have ran into them one day." So yeah, and then last night, so I haven't got the deer in a couple of days, and the coyotes were back. I got them on video. At 1:30 last night, something walked right across the yard and went into my neighbor's. Looked like it was going up my neighbor's deck, and it looked like it was a house cat.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was when I saw the video.
And I'm like, we. I have not seen an outdoor cat in this neighborhood in years, right? And I'm kind of glad because the coyotes and the things and fisher cats that we have. And I was like, is that a bobcat or a fisher cat or a house cat? And everybody thought it was a house cat. And I'm like, cat, do not want to be walking around in the middle of the night in
Mhm.
this neighborhood as a cat or a small dog. Not a good idea. But that's what I caught last night on the camera.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Let's see here. Parallel League comes by today. Good to see you.
That's a
Glenn
nice
comes
tribute.
by.
You see that? See what he
Um,
said?
so Glenn asks, so I can just read to the right of the cube and then move it after the play is over. Would that be okay? Glenn, all you're doing on the tracks, those cubes, they're just placeholders. So however you want to do it, the idea is to keep moving those cubes to get either a different position or a
Right,
different reading or a different line. So however you want to do it, they're just there to keep it from getting stale.
right. They're
So
not
if
repeated until you go all the way around the grid
yeah.
again. Yeah.
So some people like to move the cube and then look at the next one and then cover that and look at the next one. I like to look at it and then cover it.
Hmm.
That's just how I do it.
I
And
think Joe
sometimes
does
I'll
the
go
same thing.
sometimes I'll go in reverse direction. Sometimes I'll set it up and I'll go backwards the entire way just to kind of mix it up. So it's whatever you want to do. The idea is that those cubes are just placeholders. Colors don't matter. It's
No.
just it's just telling you, who's next on the ice. And however you want to read it is completely up to you. It
Yep.
really is.
Yep.
All that does is just designate who's out there.
Enjoy it, Glenn. It's a fun game.
Yeah,
Enjoy it.
yep, just enjoy it. And Scott comes by again, and Brock comes by. And good to see you
Hey,
there.
Brock.
And like Joe says, yeah, as long as you're consistent, the idea is that you just don't want to not move it or go left then go right because then you're not really going down. You just want to continue down the track is what you got to do. Okay. Yep. And again, no right way, no wrong way. It's just however you want to identify it.
Yeah, I don't cover mine because sometimes I'll forget after 1.1 second the way my brain works. So I like to be
Yeah.
able to look back down.
Yeah.
The
I like
same
to cover
difference.
it. I cover it because then I can just lift it up and see what it is.
Right.
And then that way there I know that that's what I'm looking at.
Nah,
But
that's
I
too
can see
heavy.
the other way might not be bad is just to cover up the one that you use. So the one
Yeah.
that you see is the one that's up. So I could see that too. I
I
can see
can't
that.
lift them all day. I'll forget it. I'll break.
Yeah. Rabid Wolverine, man, he goes, once you get into the full play game, it just flows like hockey, doesn't it? A game is so good because every player feels different. You can have an outcome on the game, good or bad.
He's going
Yeah.
to move me to the full play, Dave. He's going to do it.
Yeah.
He's going to do it.
I'm afraid to go back to the full play because it was so good. But when I went to the highlight, I like how I can play games so fast.
I
And
know.
you don't get full stats. Okay. You get goals, assists, goals and assists is what you get. Because it's kind of like shootout hockey. Well, although shootout, you can kind of tack on the penalties and the shots on goal. So you don't get shots on goal or full penalties. The full game you do. Full game you get the whole boat. It's just like APBA hockey bones. It really is.
And the thing is, Rabid is a stat junkie. He'll tell you. It's like if he could tell you when they sharpen their skates in between periods,
Yeah.
he's writing it
Yeah.
down. So, and that's great. I mean, that's
It's just for me, as much as I love the shots on goal and I love like tallying them up in the whole bit. the highlight version of this, it just does such a good game of capturing the essence of what's going on that I don't miss it. Not saying if I went back to the full game, I'd be like, oh, well, this is great, because I will. But I really don't. When I play the highlight game, it satisfies me. I guess that's the
Oh, I
best word.
get it.
It's like
I
a
get
Snickers
it.
bar. It does satisfy. I don't come away from the highlight game saying, "Oh man, I
No.
really missed all this." I don't.
Yep. Yep.
Because it's so fun to play, and it 20, 25 minutes, boom, 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 boom,
Yep.
and you could bang out game after game after game.
Yep.
Or you could play 2 periods like that and then switch to the full, which I'm thinking about doing actually.
I
I'm,
would really enjoy, like, if we were together, or next time I get together with Joe, or play the full version against each other, because there's so much coaching involved too.
yeah.
That would be a lot of fun, I think so. But to do it all the time now, you get away with the highlights version.
Oh, jeepers, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So I was enjoying the full game. Then I said, let me go back to the highlight and try it. And I was like, oh man, I think I get it now. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping if I go back to the full game, it'll be.
Oh, it's
It'll
got to
better,
be much easier. Hey, Jeff.
And Joe says full game, but now he says he likes both versions. Yeah, that's the thing. They're both good.
Yep.
They're both so good,
I won't
Scott, what
even
does Scott say? Scott said, I put up a video and all I said on there was coming up Lakers and Celtics with bank shot cards on my table. 10 seconds to get 100 views. Good for you, Scott.
Wow.
Good for you.
Nice.
Good for you. This is what we do. We're here to have fun. Pesky Paul, what game are we talking about? We're talking about 49 highlight hockey and 49 quick decks hockey, which is the game from Grant Fines. It's this one right here, quick decks hockey, if you will.
You're a fan of hockey and you like hockey games?
Oh,
wow.
man.
Wow.
It is the gameplay, once you get into it, it's so addicting, and it is, I would say the learning curve is minimal, because once you solve one or two cards, then you get it. You get what you got to do to solve the rest of them. It's just getting over that, getting used to identifying the player, getting used to checking the forward check and the defensive check, and then looking at the. Once you get that, bang, 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 bang. It's really
Joe,
great.
I'm home all day tomorrow. Come on over. You're more than welcome, bro.
And sweetest Jeff comes by. Jeff, how have you been? How have you been?
Good man.
Good to see you there. And Pesky Pole, you need to check it out. Yeah, I've done a ton of videos on that game, and I'm forcing myself to take it off the table. Although I took it off the table and I played something. I forget what I played. Oh, I played Hockey Bones and I played Solitaire Pro Football, and then I went in and I went into Excel and I played around with it and I printed out the Sabres and the Flyers. So I'm playing the finals. Sabres actually won game one against the Flyers in Philadelphia, 74-75 on my table. And what was great about that, and this is again the highlight game. This is the highlight game. Flyers had so many chances, and the goalie Jerry Desjardins or
Desjardins. Yep.
Desjardins. He just kept making, like, he only had a 3 or a 4, I think. What was his rating here? Desjardins. Oh, he was a 5. So I get Perrant's a 6, and Desjardins a 5. That's if they're in the medium setting. And they weren't cold or hot. They were kind of just in the middle. And he was just making. I'm rolling low, and the goalie, he's robbing the Flyers on rebounds and everything else. And it's just like, holy cow, they just can't beat them. Sabres went up 3-0. Flyers cut it to 3-2 in the third. It was 3-0 going into the third. The Flyers cut it to 3-2, and then the Sabres tacked on a couple of goals to make it 5-3 for the final. So 5-2 for the final.
Nice.
Fun game, but you could feel the goalie just making these saves. And again, This is the highlight first. This is not the full game. This is the highlight, and that's how much I get out of that game. It really
the other
was.
night, not because they were my Canadians, because now the series is tied, but Walmsley was making all kinds of saves too. When that happens, it's like the rebound. Oh, another save, rebound, kicked out, another save. It's so exciting.
And Pesky says he's a casual hockey fan, like I'm a casual baseball fan. You might like this. It's different. It's so different than any other game, and the highlight version plays so fast.
Mm-hmm.
And but if you bump the full game, it kind of it's the same thing. It's just more. You get you see all the shots on net, and
every minute
every minute of action you get. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and it feels a little bit more like hockey, but the highlight, it does such a good job. It really does. Um, and yeah, I don't, like I said, I'm not near too many people. I go, Mike is down a little bit south of me, but we haven't hooked up yet.
I told Mr. Rabbit, hop over the border. Got a whole bedroom down here.
Dwayne
More
comes
than
by. Hi,
welcome.
Dwayne. Good to talk to you. Dwayne's he does a lot of APBA Master Baseball, and I like to watch him because
Yes. God
I like to
bless
watch
those
his
guys.
I like to watch his APBA stuff. Scott, take your time with it. Don't rush it. Don't worry about likes or dislikes. Just do it. Do it if you enjoy it. Just do it. And that's what people have been telling me. If I do it for me. Do it for yourself. And I like to share. I like to share things I enjoy, and that's why I did that video tonight on the hockey game. I wanted to share that, you know. And Sweetest Jess says the Apple website looks better since they did the upgrade. Yeah, it's a little bit better. It's you know, you got to poke around a little bit more because it's different. But um, yeah, I do kind of like that. I've not ordered anything since they got the new website yet. So I'm kicking around whether I want to get the 24-25 hockey season. I think I have it for 49.
I have it. We have it. You
Yeah,
do have it.
so I want to play the finals. I want to play that the Maple Leafs game too against Florida. That would be a fun series to play. So I'm tempted to get it for APBA because there's a couple teams. I did watch the playoffs last year, which is something I never do. But
Wow.
you know, I don't like the modern games. I don't like
Wow.
the graphics on the boards when I watch TV.
Yeah.
It bothers me, and just there's some things they put on the rinks and the screens that I just don't care to read while I'm watching hockey games, if you know what I mean. I just want to
Yep.
watch hockey and I don't want to deal with that stuff. And so there's a lot of stuff that bleeds in. It just kind of it's a drag to
Yeah.
go back to the 70s. It's a drag. So but it was exciting
Oh,
watching Marchand play against the Maple Leafs and how we beat them. So that would be a fun series to play. Then
well, I'm doing the whole playoff.
to get McDavid on the table would be fun. So I want to
That's
play
who I
that.
got going. Edmonton and LA now. So
Yeah, so I'm thinking about doing something like that. So I don't know if I'm gonna
what
get
does
the
something
upper
like that
cards or not.
cost, Dave, from APA? A full season of hockey like that?
Is that 90
100?
is it $90?
Yeah. Huh? Wow. Okay.
Let me let me see here.
Interesting.
The new
I mean,
website,
I know their cards are quality, so
at least the new website looks like a new website. I do like that. Okay, APA cards and data. Yeah, the 2025 season is $90,
yeah.
and that's all the individual cards.
But yeah, you get everybody, right?
Not necessarily, but yeah, it doesn't say how many you get. That's what I don't like.
Mm.
They used to have the thing that told you,
How many cards?
yeah,
Mm.
um,
Rabbit's talking my language now. Atta boy, you tell him.
oh, and they don't even have the rosters set up. That's
Hmm.
weird. They have the 22-23, but they don't have the rosters. Why is that? Unless I'm just not looking in the right spot. Okay, how about we do this?
And
2020.
Pesky Paul talking about the new Above the Rim by Richard Hanna. I just don't want to get into a PC game. I'm sure it's great. I know Richard's work. I test a few games for them. Um, he's nothing short of incredible, but I just don't want to get back into PC games.
I like the helpers.
I like Bank Shot. Z Duff in the house.
Yeah, they got the season cards. Oh, here's the roster download. Boy, you have to really hunt around to find this.
And the latest season is ready already? By APA?
Yeah, and you
Okay.
you got to add it to the cart, which before you could just view it. I don't know why they did it that way, but there was some. It looks nicer, but I liked how you could just kind of go online real quick and
Oh,
get it.
wow. Look what PJet said, Dave.
Oh, hang on a sec here. I'm sorry, I'm behind in the chat.
Sorry.
So where are we now in the chat? And PJet says I saw Desjardins with the first year Islanders.
I remember that. I had
Very
about
nice.
1,000 of his cards from that season. They were
And
like in every pack.
Jeff says App did a great job of the website. Yeah, the only thing is I just looked and you can't quickly view the PDF for the season. You got to put it in the cart, and it's $0, but you still got to put it in your cart. And I'm like, I'm not a big fan of that. I just want to sometimes I just want to go on and get the team and figure out who's on the line and get the bench minor ratings, and I don't have to go through the cart for that. So I'm not happy about that. Joe's gonna get the XHL back on the table. I still haven't done anything with that yet.
Me, there's only so much we could do in 24 hours.
Yeah, I know. And baseball's always been a favorite of Jeff's. But he's getting back into some older hockey seasons. I saw the Around the Rim college basketball. I think that's on the PC right now. Yeah, I haven't touched that yet. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Rabbit said it's fun watching anybody beat the Leafs. Yeah, that is true. And Dufferman comes by, and what does PJet say here? You have to purchase the rosters for Apple Hockey now. They're free, but you have to put them in the cart. Yeah, that's
ridiculous.
That's dumb. Put them in a freebie section. You know that's what you should do. Joe ordered some payoff pitch this morning. Someone in the chat could deliver the game. Yeah, I like payoff pitch. I got to get back to my 76 Red Sox replay.
I'm giving Joe the 69 season. That's his Mets. I can't hold on to it in good conscience.
Yeah. So. All right. Sports Time Machine comes by. Good to see you. Haven't talked to you in a while. Hope things are well with you. Okay. PJ says APBA hints that they've made revisions to the hockey game boards. Not specific though. I did ask that question on one of the APBA Facebook groups. I think it was Ryan actually mentioned. He said that he thinks that was for the older players that maybe didn't have the newer version of the game. He thinks, he's not sure, but he thinks that is just referring to the newest APBA set. APBA game compared to like the older game. At least that's what he said. Because so it doesn't sound like to me that anything new has been done with the version I have. Let's put it that way. It was really kind of weird that they wrote it like that, and I kind of wish that they would clarify that, but they didn't. So
Barbara, stick to hockey. Barbara, stick to hockey.
Yeah,
never mind that team or that sport. Hey, Andrew.
Andrew, good to see you. As we just kind of have an open chat tonight. Again, open lines. What they say on the talk shows? Open lines tonight. So, Vince, we wrapped up season 2 of Silo, which is the series I've been watching on Apple TV Plus, and I guess season 3 is coming out later this year, which is good. So we've been kind of watching all these new series because I have the 3 months of Apple TV Plus for free. And
why does it seem like you've had it for 6 months now?
I know we've watched so much. I think I've had it for a month because we've been watching a ton of it. It's just summer times. I don't have as much hockey to do, so we would just get up in the morning and watch an episode. Then I get work done, and we have an episode at lunch, and then before we go to bed, we'll watch another one. So
because that show sounds so interesting, I wish it was on something else.
I would say, yeah, I don't know if it's on DVD or anything. I don't know if you could buy it or not, but it was so the season 1 finale was one of the best finales I've ever seen. It really was. It was like, wow, did not see that coming. It was so good. Nice. And the season 2 finally wrapped up, and the final episode was so good. Just I won't give it away, but I thought it was so fantastic how they did it.
We'll do like Norton in The Honeymooners, and just before the ending, I'll get up and walk out. Did you ever see that episode?
No, I didn't. No, but that show was so good. It really was, and I'm all right. And it was based on 3 books, a 3-book set, and so I want to get the books and read the books. And I don't really read books much anymore. I don't have time to read them anymore. So I'll get them and probably never read them, but maybe the wife will. So we've been like kind of going on YouTube and watching like people talk about the final episode and what they thought. And there's a lot of things that I didn't pick up on, and why they're in the silo and all this other stuff. And it just was neat because they're in this big tube in the ground, and they can't go outside because outside is a wasteland, if you will.
Right.
And so it's about their life surviving in the silo. Then somebody thinks that they're lying about outside being a wasteland. And so people are fighting to get outside, and the powers that be are not letting them outside. And you don't know if they're just trying to control them or if really outside is bad. You don't know.
Wasn't that loosely the video game Fallout? based on something
Yes,
like that,
yes,
right?
yep,
That was
yep,
a good game.
yeah,
I used to like just walking around the whole open
yeah.
world.
It is very, very Fallout esque. Whereas
Okay.
you got the bunkers, and you come out of the bunker, and it's like, oh boy, what's going on here? The only difference is this: at least seasons one and most of two really took place in the one bunker, if you will.
Okay.
Whereas Fallout, it's all about them walking around and finding the people that survived, and
Right, right,
the
right.
video games are fun. Actually, they did have a series. I don't know if it was on Hulu or if it was on Amazon, but they did have a Fallout series.
Yes.
It was one season
Yes.
of it, and I watched. It
Right.
was okay. It was okay. I did watch. It was okay. It's the same kind of thing. It's people trying to control other people and this and that. So it's very much the same kind of thing, except they was just it's all about being inside the bunker.
I wonder
But
if it'll stay Apple exclusive, but I'll definitely check it out if it comes
yeah,
out.
I highly recommend it. It's 2 seasons. I think there's 10 episodes a season. It's like 45 minutes to an hour for each episode, which is par for the course. Obviously, commercial free on Apple TV.
Andrew, wise guy, living in this.
wait, wait for the corner to show up,
What do you do, Ed? You climb up the ladder, grab the corner cut, and race back down.
right?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh,
Hey, what's up?
Fenner comes by.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
sorry.
Animal Kingdom. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard
Joe's
something
been
about that.
pushing
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I've been hearing something about that. The Apple Police be showing up. No, there's no Apple Police. I signed up like a legitimate 3 months for free. I might even continue it for a month if they come out with a new season of something I've been watching. Fenner's been watching reruns of Major Dad on Tubi. Yeah, some of those old shows are great. And Brawler is back. Good to see you, Brawler. Oh, Cleveland baseball fan stops by here on a Saturday night. Um, they will not. They'll just be charging his account after the free trial. Oh, hopefully not.
How much is
Hopefully
it a
not.
month? Do you know?
I think it's $10.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but they don't have a ton of stuff. But
Okay.
we've already watched 4 series. We've watched 2 seasons of 4 series already that we
Okay.
never heard of. So
So even if you paid, you got your money's worth.
yeah, yeah.
But you could always cancel.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll probably what I like to do is if I get them, I'll do 1 month paid and then I'll cancel. I just feel like it's the right thing to do. Nick says Silas' incredible show. He started reading the books. They answer so many questions. Yeah, that's what I want to do, and he's excited to come back for season 3. Yeah, I want to do the same thing because it's actually loosely based on something else. It was the City of Ember, which with Bill Murray was the mayor of the same thing. It's people that are in this big underground area, and it was called City of Ember.
Hmm.
And although in that one there, I think people found a way to get outside, and they were trying to keep the people in for some reason. I'm not sure why, but City of Ember is another one. I think I bought the book for that electronically. I never read it.
Nick, we got to wish him
The
luck.
Prisoner.
Right?
Yeah, The Prisoner, says Scott. Yeah, yep. I remember watching. That was an English show, I think it was, right?
I don't remember that. And
Yep.
I'm older than you. I got to be older than Scott. I'm older than everybody. So it feels like it anyway.
Yeah, waiting around for new episodes to come out. Yeah, remember that? Yeah, I do remember waiting around as a kid.
That's why I like binge watching.
Yeah,
Can't
yeah, we
stand
did
wait.
too. Yeah, we do too. We like to binge it at once. History Maker Golf. Yeah, was it Matt was talking about History Maker Golf
Yep.
earlier too? Yep, that's a
That's
fun
a
one.
great course too in
I
real
need to-
life
I need
too.
to pull that one out. Swedish chefs like to watch reruns of Crime Story on Peacock. You're the only person I know that watches Peacock. I know they were pushing everybody there for the NFL playoffs or something like that, but yeah, I never did that. Like the movie Heat, you probably like Crime Story. My wife was doing a lot of that. She would watch a lot of the crime stuff on TV, and then on Netflix and stuff, and then I started getting into it. It was like I was like, oh, what are you watching this for? Then I started watching. I was like, ooh, let's watch the next episode.
I liked Dennis Farina. He was good. I really liked him. You ever see him in Get Shorty?
Oh, was that it? Yeah.
Sick movie, yeah.
And Pine Tar Baseball. I have 1 season of that. I wish they'd have more seasons. That was a fun game. But I also bring up that The other problem with pine tires, not only is it just the one season in my wheelhouse. I think they got like 73 and 82, and I got 82. Um,
For the whole game, 2 seasons.
no, but a lot of what they have is greatest sets,
Okay.
like best teams or best of the franchise. So it's really designed for a great teams of the past type of things, if you will. It's
Okay.
not really meant for a season replay, which is what I like
Gotcha.
to play.
Gotcha.
So they had one in the 70s, early 70s. There's either 71 or 73 or something like that. And then they had 82 was the only 80s, I think.
Oh wow.
So I got 82, and the thing was though is it comes through on a locked PDF or a locked spreadsheet. So you got to get the code, which I guess is fine. But if you forget the code, then you can't open the damn thing.
Nah.
And so I get you don't want theft in the whole bit, but it's just another deterrent to play a game when you got to go in and remember codes and look up codes. The other thing was the cards. I think I've showed the cards yet. They're full color, like backgrounds and everything. That's a lot of ink to be
Yeah.
printing.
They don't take that into consideration. It's
You know, there was someone that was making a game one time. I won't say who it was, and he sent me the prototype. And he says, "Here's a prototype. Check it out." And I opened it up, and I got back to him. I says, "I will not be checking this out." I says, "This looks great on my screen. I'm
mm,
going to go through 3 sets of cartridges, printing out your instructions in your sheets, in your charts." I says, "You can't have this much color. It looks great on the screen,
mm.
but people aren't going to want to go burn through it because if you print half the page and
Solid
run out of
printing.
ink, and it looks like junk. So I says you need to have a lot of white in the background. You can have color, you can have rows of color or a splash of color here, but if you want a solid red background with white numbers or whatever it was, I was like, that's way too much color for me. So I never printed it out. And I said, don't be mad at me. I'm just being very honest with you
That's
that
what you're supposed to do.
I'm not only would I not buy this game and print it out, but I'm not even going to print it out for the test because
Yeah.
that's a lot of ink to burn. And if in a week you come up with another set of charts, now I got to burn another cartridge for that. So he says you need to think about the people that are printing this out. And he's
Yeah.
like, okay, good point. And I didn't want to be a jerk, but I wanted to be honest with him that if I saw this as a PDF, I'm not buying it.
Mm.
Season ticket. What Clay does with season ticket baseball is those are the best cards. You have some color, some team color, a
Can't believe
little.
you said that. Was just what I was thinking of. His football and his baseball
Yeah,
cards. Yep.
but it's a solid white background.
Yep.
You got the grid, you got a little splash of color for the team, and then you got some of the results are like red and blue or green or purple, whatever they are,
That's what
because
SD does too, bro.
because it's
And
color
granite.
coordinated. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So it's like the nice, not much ink used at all on those cards. So yeah, that's gonna be great.
I'm looking at Jeff's post. I was telling my wife that today. Today's the day that Thurman Munson crashed his plane. I remember
Almost, yeah.
exactly where I was, too. It was
P-Jet
me,
made some logos.
my brother, and my mom, God rest her soul, sitting in a kitchen table with we had this little TV in the kitchen on a little metal stand that used to have the snacks and stuff. I was 18 years old. Never forget it. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Very sad.
Yeah.
Especially we were all Yankee fans too. So it was just like,
Wasn't there a guy on one of the West Coast teams that got in a boat accident not that long ago?
I remember the Cleveland Indian guys. I think it was Steve Olin and somebody with a better memory than me will know, but
Yeah,
I
I think it
remember
was a
those
pitcher. Yeah,
three.
they had a crash. I don't know if
Three
he
of them.
survived or didn't survive or something happened. It was a really weird situation. It was like
It-
2 in the morning. They're out in the boat and they crashed into the rocks or something like that.
yeah. Yeah. Then you had the other idiot who's high as a kite. He had what a career in front of him, Fernandez. And you're high as a kite and you go smash a boat and kill yourself. What was he, 22 years old?
Who was that?
Alex Fernandez,
Oh,
the kid with
okay.
Miami or
Oh,
Florida at
maybe
the
that's
time.
who I was thinking about. Maybe that's who I was
It
thinking about.
was terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. Poor
Okay, I'm
family.
thinking about Jose Fernandez.
Jose
Okay.
Fernandez. That's it.
Okay. Okay, that's who it was. Yeah, that was a more recent one. And Jose was the one on the boat. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's just one I remember. Maybe it was Florida, and maybe it wasn't California, but there was somebody that was on a boat, and it might have even been around the playoff time too, I think. And it's just like, what are you doing, drinking on a boat or getting high in a boat and crashing a boat? And it's just, all right. Let's get off the yucky stuff and let's talk about some fun stuff here, shall we? I'm looking around. What fun things can we talk about?
You know what I was thinking? Because so many guys are getting into this highlights hockey. We should do a replay.
Well, I am using it for the 81-82 replay, so I am kind of doing
Saying a
that.
group thing, like, but you don't need all those stats and like Andrew does a great job with his co-ops, but
Hmm.
it's like some guys, like his football one, can't keep up. Way too many stats. But the
Hmm.
highlights hockey, well, whatever. Quick deck, I mean, whatever one they want to
You
use.
don't.
I
Yeah, I
think it'd
think
be
he just
fun as a
wants.
group.
I think it's just goals, assists, and goals against for the goalie, and obviously wins and ties and losses for the goalie. But yeah, I think that it's fairly simple because I don't get shots on goal in highlight hockey, and you don't need them, and I don't even get
No,
penalties in highlight
no.
hockey. You have power plays, and
Yes,
you have power play shorthanded goals, but you
yes.
don't know. You don't have a full game's worth of penalties, just like you don't have a
Right,
full game worth of shots, and you can't even tack them on. And you know something, I don't even miss them actually because I get so much action out of this game that I'm fine with the highlight version. I mean, the full game is great because you get everything. You
right.
really do.
Right.
You get everything, and I really enjoy
Did I
that.
send you that chart that Rabid Wolverine made for the shots on goals for highlights?
I You might have. You
Yeah,
might
I
have.
thought that was really cool. That's what I
Um,
like, having everybody smarter than me. They're able to create things, and yeah. Oh, that was just terrible, Jeff. Just terrible. He shouldn't. I don't know how accomplished the pilot he was, but it's too many people. They jump in them planes, man. And
well, it's like the sports cars. I mean, how many either athletes or actors that get these sports cars and boom, and
yep,
they smash them and they die because they're
Ellie
just
Lindbergh
yeah,
had a whole career in front of him. All
yeah.
right, I got a Thurman Munson story for everybody. Okay, when I
All
was
right.
growing up, me and my friends, not too normal, but we were kids. We were like, I guess, 14 years old. We used to go to Yankee Stadium. And then we'd wait outside the players parking as they were coming out. Maybe they'd stop, you get an autograph. So my friend John, I won't use his last name, whew, total lunatic. Thurman Munson is coming out in a Jeep, wife, kid in the back.
Ugh.
John decides to jump on the side of the Jeep. Thurman, and he always had this heavy, like Roy Wright. He couldn't pronounce W's. Thurman, what's up? The next thing you know, you can't see it, but his fist comes out the driver's side window,
Oh.
catches him right in the face. He goes rolling off the Jeep. He hits the ground, gets up. We're thinking he's hurt. He jumps up. Guys, did you see that? Thurman hit
Oh.
me right here, right here. We're like, you're an idiot,
Oh.
man. You're an idiot. We used a little stronger language than that, but I will never, ever forget it. Oh, Brooklyn, the days. Yeah, John. Oh, my gosh.
Oh man. Yeah.
Come on, right? We're growing
And
up
speaking
Saturday.
of the devil, ears must be burning. Yeah, I know it's not looking good. Things just have happened that I've been not good over here. So there's between me and the wife, we got some health issues and some other issues. So she spent the whole day in the emergency room yesterday. So
Yeah, I didn't
it
share that with anybody. It's
yeah, it doesn't look good for me to drive 12 hours right now with my health and her health. So I think I need to be local. At least that's how it looking. If all of a sudden things change quickly, then maybe. But I didn't even bother with booking a room, and I don't even know if Mike's going because he wasn't sure if he could go, so he was like my ride. So yeah, it's just not looking good right now with a lot of crazy things happening. So sadly, but um, just kind of how it goes. But anyway, so what else is going on over here? It's kind of funny that I'm back in my hockey kick in the summer. Um, that's the fun thing because I do a lot of out of season sports. Like I'll play baseball in the winter and hockey in the summer, and I should be playing hockey in the winter and baseball in the summer
Yeah,
because that's when they're running. But I guess it's whenever
that's it.
the mood hits you to play a certain sport or a certain game.
Love the one you're with.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It depends what you want to do. Sometimes you're just in the mood for something, and sometimes you're in the mood for something else, and so
and it is hard for us to pull away from hockey stuff because we love hockey. It's our number one sport.
when I find a game like that bank shot basketball, I hit that hard, and I bought a lot of seasons because I was so into that, and I still am. I still am. I still enjoy the heck out of that game, and I'm really interested to see what Action PC basketball does as far as inputting stats.
Yeah,
I really want to check that out. As much as I like the iScore on the iPad, if I didn't have to input all the players and I could use that and it would be part of a replay,
yeah.
and they can do that with other sports.
Well, somebody mentioned Dave's plan is to get, as they're released, they're going to have that feature.
And as long as it works good, it'd be great. Because the strat baseball works good, and the replay baseball works good. And now replay basketball, you can do it too. I haven't tried it yet. Oh no, I did try it. I tried to do the
Yeah,
75-76 ABA, but I could not
yeah.
figure out how to get the roster squared away.
Did you need,
Afterwards, someone told me how to do it, but
that would be me. Thanks.
okay, yeah, I just, but I mean, so many people, I don't remember who it was, but if it was you, then great. But I
You got
just,
to get into
yeah,
the management thing. That's it.
I couldn't figure that out.
Yeah.
So, what I like about the iScore is I say who's in, and
Yeah. It is
it's
definitely
so
easier.
easy. It's not part of anything bigger. That's the thing. So, um, but anyway, back here,
I love that
yeah,
game.
thanks.
Highlight Maker Hoops Prime Time. Do you play that, Dave?
No,
No.
I
I
didn't.
love that game.
But yeah, thanks. She's home now. They didn't keep her overnight, so that was good.
Thank God.
Yeah, they're in all kinds of tests, and so now it's just we play the waiting game is what it is. And Fenner's going to get replay baseball next month. Decided to learn that sim. I like
Great
it on the computer.
PC. Yes.
I really
Great
do.
PC game. Yep.
I like it on the computer.
Jamie Marshall got into it too.
Yep. And
Hmm.
ST is already looking forward to getting hash browns. That's all he gets. He gets hash browns, and that's it. I don't even think he gets.
I'll go to Waffle
Waffles
House.
is nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with that.
I'll go eat waffles, pancakes on top of waffles, however you want to do it. Waffle sandwiches with pancakes in the middle.
Yeah. Uh, Tim's always playing games out of season, playing mostly second season express and highlight maker hoops these
Yeah,
days.
why not, Tim? Whatever
Yep.
you're in the middle
Yep.
for.
Yeah. And Scott's going to take the 5-hour drive to the Waffle House. If it was 5 hours, I would probably go. 12's tough,
I told
especially.
you, I did that ride to Myrtle Beach, and I had the shingles. I couldn't even
Yeah.
take pain meds driving because I
Yeah.
had my girls. And I was like, it was the worst trip of my life. I got home and I mean, I was literally in tears. That's 12 hours, a long
Yeah.
time alone.
Yeah, it is. And I know I'd be riding with Mike, but just if I had to get back, then I'd have to figure out a flight back, and I
You
don't know.
can't be there worried about what's going on at home.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I got to see what happens here.
We went out tonight, and my sister-in-law was here with her partner here watching my daughter. We still, I hope they don't call. And then we just had to block it out. Like, she'll be
Yeah.
fine. You
Yeah.
can't go away like that. No way.
Yeah, not with my travel anxiety, but it's something she'd have to get a really good clean bill of health, and so would I before I took that ride right now.
I mean, if I was there, I'd load you up with some Valium, knock you out. You wake up in Ohio, but
yeah, Dwayne is true. Digital Diamond is the best price you get every season. I like that. I like how you type in the code, and I know some people get frustrated by trying to type in the code because like, I don't know what happens on this, but 99% of the plays are pretty standard plays. You get the odd one, depending what game you play, and if you're playing an advanced or a master version, that you might get this odd play where it's an error and an injury, or this guy takes the extra bait. There are some crazy plays that can happen, and then that's when, you got to dig out the rule book, and you got to try to, figure out, what's the code for this, because it can get kind of confusing.
Yeah.
But
But you
but
could fudge that,
but
to make
I
something.
figure it out. For me, it's not that big of a deal to get every
What do you,
single stat right.
what do you do with the charts? Like I'm sitting right here, my laptop's right in front of me. Okay, I got a printer here, I got the router, blah blah blah. If I want to play payoff pitch, what do I do with all the charts? If I use digital diamond, because I was curious about it, even though I really never use the helper, but I see so many guys do it. What do you do with the charts?
That's what you
Yeah.
do with the charts. You get this
Clipboard?
you get this L thing.
Okay.
Some have this little well
Yeah.
that you can put the papers in, and
Yeah.
some don't, and you clip the chart and you sit it on your tabletop, and it
Okay.
stares right at you like this. And
But payoff pitch has a few charts.
I got 4 of these, and I have I just have them on my desk here. Sometimes I have them off to the side, and there's not a ton of charts with payoff pitch. There's the stealing chart.
Yeah. Then you got all the rare play charts, which you don't have to have out.
Well, yeah, I just have those off to the
Yeah.
side because
Yeah.
those are rare. They don't come up all the time.
And the defense, we figured out the basic defense because what's his face who did it? Baseball Maelstrom. He's phenomenal, by the way. He did a payoff pitch one. It was equal to what you did with highlights hockey tonight.
Oh, he did?
Oh my goodness! I told the guys in my group because we're going to get together for a tournament, and after we get back from Canton, and I said, "You want to learn how to play the game? Here's the video. Just look at it."
Oh, nice. So, all right. So here's the payoff pitch full. This is the print. So let me see. Let me see what I would actually need for full. So I have my So I actually have this little thing right here. It's like a little cheat sheet, and I don't know who did that, but I have the cheat sheet that I put out. If I don't include the rare plays, I do need the stealing chart so I can figure out what that is. So that I have that out. All my rare plays I don't need. I really don't need the defense chart because I know what's going to happen. I either use the fast action cards, which is or something
You know
else.
what else, bro? I could always move my laptop to my big game.
I got the jump chart. I do have the jump chart handy, so
Right.
that's how I check my steals. And there's sometimes I have this ground out reference chart handy just to kind of refresh what goes on. But for me, I don't know. I have a little system down where I have a couple of charts handy, including that cheat sheet, so I can get right at it.
Mhm.
And if I need to know, but I have my own way of playing it, and it just goes so nice and smooth.
Like I just said too, I could move my laptop to my big gaming table.
But get those little L stands. I got them at Staples, and it's a clipboard that sits and they just lay, and I use that for when I play APBA and hockey bones. I have a couple of charts off to the side, just stick them on. I don't have a lot of room here, and I managed to get 2 or 3 of those on the table.
Well, I have the ones from Victor Wenzel. He made me like 8 of them.
Oh, those work too. Yeah, those work too.
Oh, Brawler just mentioned
Again, for my go back to the main screen here. So I use my possession chart here for the face off. That's just a Victor Wenzel. That's all that is. That just sits right there in front of me. So these little things work pretty well for the little charts for 49.
Well, I got plenty of room on my game table. It's a big picnic type table. And then if I go upstairs in the dining room, my table, I told you, it's like the one Bruce Wayne sits at in the back.
Yeah.
So yeah, my wife's nuts. There's 3 of us. She got a 120-inch table, whatever. But there's plenty of room. I don't use helpers, but this digital diamond you guys are all talking about, it's got me intrigued. So, what was it, $29?
It's like 20 or 30 bucks. The thing with digital diamond is you get all the seasons back to a certain, I don't know, 20s or something like that. I use it because I'm playing my 76 Red Sox. And so I have them. So I play APBA. No, I'm sorry, payoff. I play payoff pitch, and I use that to keep my stats. And then the other games I just sim. And if I want to play another game, I play it and I put in the stats. But it's a nice visual. I like the visual, and I can just put in the stats, and it's got the lineups, and I know who's up, and I can see who's in the bullpen, and just for me, just like I said, I've done that. Go watch one of my payoff pitch videos for the 76 Red Sox, and you see me playing it. And yeah, I just use it to keep, instead of using the Al Wilson baseball thing that I have on the table, I use digital diamond because it keeps my stats. and that's what I like. I don't have to do anything else. It's done. When I'm playing a one-off game,
Yeah.
when I do a one-off game, then I take Al's board out, or just maybe his score numbers, and just kind of play a game that way. But it shows you who's on base and what, and sometimes it helps me figure out who I want to bring in the pitch and when. And
Okay.
it's a companion. It's a
Okay.
board game companion, is what it is. So
Okay.
you're not playing a video game. You're playing your game.
Right.
It's just instead of using the iPad like I score basketball, you're
Mhm.
using the computer,
Okay.
and that's why I like that.
Because I was telling Mark, I think that Mark on the phone today. As a matter of fact, I had him and Joe talking to each other. Um, that's going to be my baseball projects for a while. I'm going to do the Nolan Ryan replay. Matter of fact, it's on the table. I didn't get a chance to start the first game today. Then I'm going to move to probably Sandy Koufax a certain season. And I'm going to do pitches, certain seasons like for
Mm.
pitches. So they're fun. I've seen a lot of guys do it. So
Fenner says his wife took a Valium in the emergency room one time. Says the best sleep she ever had.
yeah,
I tell you, the best sleep I ever had
go ahead.
was it was probably my first colonoscopy,
Boom.
and that was it was probably about 10 years ago now, maybe a little further, because I've had all kinds of stomach problems growing up, well, my later years, and so I got to do a colonoscopy. And back then, I was really nervous, like really nervous guy. Probably because I drank a lot of coffee and I drank a lot of soda, so I had a lot of caffeine in me.
That's my
Work,
blood type is caffeine.
yeah, work had me wound up. Everything had me wound up, and so I was drinking a lot. I was drinking a lot of caffeine, so I was not taking care of myself because I was just feeding the need for the body that I thought I needed.
Mm.
And so I was rah 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 rah, and I just could never wind down. And when I went into the colonoscopy and I went out, and you're not out long. I don't know if you're out what, half hour, 45 minutes. I don't know how long it takes. It's not that long. And I woke up and I was like, man, for the first time in years, I felt like I actually rested. And I was just like, can you put me back under for a
Oh yeah,
while? Because I says, I feel so good right now.
yeah.
No, not that I no, I
No,
didn't
I
want to
get
call
it.
on, but
No, I
but as
get it.
far as the rest went, I was
Mhm.
out, and I'm a light sleeper again. I
Me
don't,
too.
the neighbor sneezes a couple houses down, and I wake up and
Yep.
just that's me. I'm a very
Yep.
light sleeper. So when I went out, it was just like
It's the best.
my body just like
It's
got
the best.
more rest during that 45 minutes or so than it had in years. So
Me and
yeah,
my wife.
I get it at that.
Yeah, me and my wife counted. I think I had 11 surgeries since 2000. Spinal fusion,
Oh
shoulder, the
man,
whole bit. With it. Oh yeah. The last time they asked me before the show, "Do you have any trouble with anesthesia?" I said, "Yeah, it's when you wake me up.
yeah,
That's the
yeah, yeah,
problem."
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
God forgive me. And it's poison. It's literally poison. They could kill you with it.
I know.
But if I'm going, that's how I want to go. Anesthesia me to death.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
yeah, yeah,
Yes. Oh
yeah.
man. Yep.
Mark Bavis, yeah, he was from Boston actually. He's a BU guy, I thought Bavis. And who was it? Bob Sweeney's wife
I
or
lost my brother
sister in law.
9/11.
There was a couple people up here, and Ace Bailey too was on one of
Yep.
the planes. So there
Yep.
was a handful of hockey players. Yeah,
Yep.
sadly,
I
and
don't
I want
discuss
to
it.
add that sadly
Yeah, I
that
lost my
sucked.
brother, 30 friends of mine. I was there for 19 years.
It was terrible.
So,
Barbara
yep,
bleeds
not a
coffee.
subject I like to talk about.
Yeah, no, it's we need to talk about happy stuff.
Yes.
We've been on the downside. We need to. I'm trying to
Yeah,
cheer
let's.
myself up. I just did
Bob's
a
got to
really.
give us a report on how our games are going. Is
I
our Rangers winning?
I know, I know. We got to do that. We got to get on the happy stuff here. On the happy stuff. All right. So where are we now here? There are 3 or 4 guys right now doing some amazing stuff for the hobby. 3D accessories. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it is. Yep. And I love how people do that. They either do something on the computer, like Mike with the hockey spreadsheet there, or
Mhm.
Keith with the spreadsheets for Bones and Apple Hockey, or people with their 3D printed stuff.
3D printing blows my mind.
Yeah, I
Blows
can't
my
figure it
mind.
out. I don't want to know. I just don't want to know.
You know,
Um,
Joe Cards. I went to his house.
who? Who?
Is that his name? No, it's called Trays now. It's Joe Trays. He gave me. He broke out a field that he made me, and then he put a first down mark. I said, "Where'd you get this?" He said, "Travis." He goes, "It's for you. Keep it." I'm like, "Where am I going to use this?" I get home to play the overtime of that matchup college football game. I just had it on the day. I said, "Oh, I'll put it in my plastic bag." It fit perfect,
Nice.
and it slides along the plexiglass. I'm like,
Nice.
"This is a home run." I got a nice football. And I got the oh man, these little things, right? Little things make you happy.
Yeah, it does.
Hmm.
Yeah, I have my little charts here set up, and again, I bought my little cubes online, so I use that for the hockey game. And
Oh, Victor
um,
made it. He said, "I don't know." Oh, Victor made the first down marker.
oh, it's Victor. Okay.
Okay, it's unbelievable.
Jeff
So
says he's
nice.
still trying to figure out ball stat, ball score. The basketball one is super easy. I love it. It is so fast, and yeah, highly recommend Digital
ST said
Diamond.
the football one has a big learning curve, but it's awesome.
Yeah, I've not tried that. That's a paid one. That's a paid football's paid one.
Micah in the house. I know you're playing a lot of
And
matchup. You're my new
apparently
idol.
he wanted a cigarette. Okay, we'll leave that between you and your doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Digital Diamond does not take long to learn, and Mark does some great videos too. If you I think you buy it through Steam, right? And if you go to the Steam page and the community page, he's got videos on how to do different things, and he really does help. And if you email him, he gets back to you too.
No.
What a
It's somebody
concept!
out
And
there
he'll
that
help you
answers.
out. I've emailed him a few times, like, "Hey, I'm stuck on this, I'm stuck on that," and he sends me back what I'm supposed to do.
Nice.
It really is. And the Rangers have won 3 games. I wonder. Here's the thing. I was thinking, Vin, if Barbara starts getting into this 49 hockey, right? They have the most modern season, right? Well, last year's season,
Yeah, but
so
she
she
don't
could
want
she could.
last year.
But I'm saying, if she knows the guys in the Rangers from last year,
Yeah.
or even the year before, I think he's got the last 2 years. So you could
Before
play something.
she plays last year, she'll never play the game again. She'll throw it out the window.
Oh,
They
are
were
they that
terrible.
bad? Yeah,
Brutal.
yeah.
Brutal. It was
Because I
wonderful
know
to
she's
see.
playing the 70s right
Very
now.
good.
I think what's she doing? 70, 71. I think she was
70,
playing.
71, and she has 91, 92. They were very good that year.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Just a
I'm
couple
just
years
wondering
before they won the cup.
because now that like I say, I get into the playoffs this year, so I need to set up that those team cards for the latest seasons. What I need to do. I was having fun. I printed out those WHA teams. So the WHA and the NHL, they had a series, and so I printed out the teams, and I was playing the series between the two teams. It was kind of fun.
Nice.
Excuse me. I think they're over here actually. Yeah,
Like I said, I'm slowly working through the playoffs. I got the
yeah.
LA Edmonton series going,
So
and
um, it
a
was
couple other stuff.
so I have the 75, 76 set for the NHL, and that was Winnipeg 76. So they're only 1 year off. Okay, so that's a WHA, and then that's the NHL. So I get 75, 76, 76, 77. So I got them as close as I could, but there's a handful of teams that were playing exhibition games against
Hmm.
each other from the two leagues. And I was like, I think that might be fun to do that. So I bought the
Sure.
WHA set, and so I played a couple. I think they had a split, and I forget who the first game was that I played, but I played home and home, and they split. It was kind of fun. It was really kind of interesting.
Barbara, it's not going to happen, Barbara. Not with that team.
Let me see here. Oh, Micah. Yeah, okay, you caught that before I did. He's playing matchup. Yeah, we were going to play that today, and Vinny got tied up, and then I got tied up. And I ended up doing that hockey video. I wasn't gonna actually. After I had dinner, she went to
I'm glad
bed,
you did.
and I'm like, okay, you go to bed and you rest. And then I wasn't feeling good, and I didn't know what I was gonna do, but I pulled out the hockey and I was like, oh, let me start it, and it worked out. It was pretty good.
Well, I get all my
Uh,
notes for matchup when the time
yeah,
comes.
we already did it once, so I want to pull out those same teams. So we had what Elway and Flutie, was it, or Elway and
Rudy and Elway.
okay, yeah. So we want to play those.
84 Boston College, 82 Stanford.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so we want to play those teams again and get
Yeah.
matchup back on the table pretty
Yeah.
soon. Um,
Did you read about my overtime game in my tournament?
I was reading something about that. Yeah,
Holy
yeah.
cow. Absolutely the best matchup college football game I've played. Maybe the best game I've ever played. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I was telling Anthony Apostolico, it was like it went 2 overtimes and 11 plays into the third overtime.
Ugh,
I didn't think it was ever going to end with those
yeah.
defenses. I texted ST. I said, it might be here till 2026. 2 chip shot field goals missed.
Oh,
We finally hit one. What a game. 9-6. It was so good.
Nice, nice. Gus just got done playing some 49 quick decks. I think he means football, right? So he's taking a break from the
Yes.
CFL to play the
Yes.
23 Buccaneers and Saints in a
It's a good
Facebook
game,
co-op
man.
project. Yeah, I got to get back. I have that, and someone bought me a CFL set for that, so I need to sit down with that again. But that was a fun one. I enjoyed that, and I pulled out the directions that I was looking at that the other day. I was like, oh, I forgot how deep this game was. There's a lot to it. It's not difficult. There's just a lot to remember. When you're flipping over cards, you're looking at, okay, what does this mean and what does that mean? And I think that there's different pressures, one from the quarterback and one from the defense. You got to know which one to check.
Very
So there's a
good.
lot of different things like that I
Yeah.
remember in the game.
Yeah.
But
I'm
I
like,
remember it
okay.
was fun. I remember I had the 76 season, and I played Tampa Bay, Minnesota, and they didn't play in 76, but I just played this. And so what I did was, okay, so it was in Minnesota, so I was kind of hoping Minnesota would smash them, right? And it was, I don't know if it was 7-0 or 10-0. It was fairly close in the first half.
Wow.
And Tampa's got the ball at midfield, and I rolled, and it called for a long pass. And this is Tampa, okay? And when I flipped the card, it was like, this guy's open. Is it knocked away? And I flipped to see if it was knocked away, and it wasn't knocked away.
Wow.
But the ratings were so bad that I think I was like a 0 to 10 on the catch, and I think it's like 0 to 10, 10 to 20, whatever it is. Maybe it's like 0 to 5. I forget what it is, but you get a rating, and then you flip over the card to see what the better the rating, the better chance of completion. And I honestly think there's only one card in that deck that completed it on basically everything. Everything was a completion, and I flipped that card, and that guy caught like a 50 or a 60-yard bomb for a touchdown for Tampa Bay. And it was hysterical. That was the only score they got in the game, and it's the only way the guy missed deflecting the ball away by like a roll or two. Like I needed a 6, I rolled a 7 or something. He missed, the defenseman just missed it, and the tiniest chance of catching it, I flipped the card and he caught it. And I remember sitting there, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, the Minnesota fans here must be stunned that this expansion team comes in that didn't win a game, and it's now either 7-7 or 10-7 or 9-7 because they threw this bomb for a touchdown. And I can picture them in their white uniforms throwing this pass, and this guy just like magically catching it and going in for a score and being like, holy cow. And then they went and I think they gave up the next 20 points, which is what should have happened. But I still remember to this day, and I still tell the story that Tampa Bay got that long touchdown run. And again, you're flipping the cards, and whatever it was such a low percentage catch.
Yeah, Doug Williams. And he couldn't hit a wall from
10
feet.
This was not. This is 76.
Steve Berg?
It might have. No, who was the guy that Spurrier?
Oh, he was worse.
Yep.
At least Doug Williams, if he hit the wall
I don't even know who he threw. I don't even know who he threw it to.
Wow.
I don't remember, but yeah, I remember he caught it, and it's like, holy cow, that was funny. It was
just
more
playing
funny.
CFL. I'm just playing, and I think I got 85% confidence of going at it. But CFL is great, and I see Gus at yes, I am loving it. The CFL, I'm loving it. So much fun.
Oh, so Barbara can play Winnipeg if she gets last season,
No, she's saying she thinks her Rangers can win the Cup last year. I said impossible. They were terrible.
Oh, they win the Cup. I get it. Okay. Ernie Davis was the Syracuse guy, and who sent me that CFL set? Yes, yep.
Ernie Davis had the big run in my game, 27 yards. He set
I got the Flutie season is actually what I have. But I don't know how to play CFL. That's the thing. We'll get together. We'll play it.
I
know it's very different.
Seasons, and then I ordered 4 more from Grant. But I have the 93 and the 95, and they're just fun seasons. So CFL is great league. I watch the games now, and
I watch them sometimes. So they'll come on like a CBS, sports network or something like that on cable. When you're flipping around, when you're high in the 900s, you're just like scrolling around one day. It's like, oh, look at that,
Yeah.
Brian comes by.
Hey, Brian.
Nice. And Barbara said they were terrible, but you can have my
Uh-oh.
game and get them to win. Oh, here we go.
Hey,
Yeah. But the idea is that if you know them, you play. It doesn't mean you're going to win, but at least you can play them.
playing
You
with
know,
the team you love.
you can have them on your table and play them, and just have some fun. And just play the bad teams, play the Sharks
Yep.
over and over.
I play. I played with the Montreal Canadiens from the year before. It was fun. It was
He
fun because you're not expecting anything.
Yeah, there was we played this morning. I didn't play, but we had games this morning, and one guy played 2 games today. He lost them both, and I felt bad for him. I says, you know, something. He's like all sad. He's like, oh, I can't believe I played 2 games. I lost them both. He says, why don't you do this? Why don't you go home, take out NHL 24 or 25, and take the Florida Panthers or the Edmonton Oilers and have them play the Sharks a couple of times and put it on easy mode. Just smoke them like 35-0.
Excuse me.
Bless you. I says, you'll have some fun then. You
Yeah.
need a win. You know, you need a win.
Bob, don't let the Rangers winning or losing make you happy or sad until you see a check in your mailbox on them. That is my philosophy. I love my team, but are you not making me sad? Not anymore at this age. Because for many years, I haven't seen a check. Not one check from them. Just enjoy it.
So Cutter's playing some of the people in the community.
Wait, what is this?
I
What
think
was he talking
I
about?
think he's playing a tournament. I think with some of us guys, and so
Golf?
I'm 2 strokes back, but I never win. That's okay. That's all right. I never win anyway. That's as long as I'm close. As long as I make a showing. I just want to win place a show. As long as I show.
You know, it's wild when we went out to eat tonight. I forgot the kid Chris Gotterup, who just won a PGA tournament.
Yep.
I drive through the town. It's a big money area. I wish I lived there. But anyway, we see a sign. Congratulations, Chris Gotterup. From the area.
Nice.
And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. He's a local guy. And thought it was pretty cool. Good for him. I like seeing young guys win on tour. It's life changing, especially if it's a major.
I like watching when I'm at the gym on the treadmill. I watch a lot of golf.
I'm going to play next week. I used to play, I told you, 3-4 days a week. And after the shoulder surgery, it just got there. I'm going to play Tuesday and Thursday.
I didn't even think about that. I haven't played in 10 or 15 years, and I don't know if my arms would allow me to play. Because I haven't swung clubs in forever.
The thing is with the even with the shoulder surgery, I was able to hold off for a while because the motion is underneath.
Underneath, yeah, you're right. Anything underneath is okay. Like I can play hockey, but
Right.
if I have to reach up to the cabinet to get something,
Yes.
it hurts.
Oh, I couldn't pull a container of milk off the shelf or out of the fridge.
Yeah.
No.
Although I gotta say, I haven't played hockey. It's almost been a year now. I've only played once in a year.
Wait, didn't you play about a month ago?
Yeah, I played a couple months ago. That's the first time because I stopped in September because when I was doing the play-by-play, it's like I won't have the energy to play hockey and then do all these jobs. So I stopped playing, and I just referee now. So I haven't played, and I got to say that I think not playing for a long time has helped my out because I could not lift them without being in pain, and now I can do that. So,
cool. What is this Pro Football Hub what Gus is talking about? Discord it to me, Gus, if you don't mind, please.
They do have a CFL version. Yeah, yep, they do. I
love CFL football. It's such a fun game.
And Rob gets checks from the Canucks. Oh, we don't get checks from the Canucks, just bills. I get it. Do you get checks from the Bills or just from the Canucks? That's what I thought it meant. I was like, oh, we're talking Buffalo Bills here. You know, the Pro Football Hub is great. I have it for the for a bunch of seasons for the NFL, and I have not tried the Canadian one yet. But
it's the only reason I got it. My NFL game of choice is season ticket or second season. CFL, oof, it's so good. It's just not enough time in the day. That's the sad part. Because I just would like to play 6 different sports and games.
Yeah. I used to like the Rangers, probably because they were the closest team when I was growing up next to the Bruins. So you could follow the Rangers, because they were decent, and they played the Bruins a bunch, and they would be on TV a lot, because it was New York, and so I just got to see them a lot, and I just liked some of the guys. I like Jacquemin and Velimir and JD. I liked all the goalies. Brad Park is still one of my favorite defensemen of all
Hmm.
time. Rick Middleton come over, and,
My
and
whole neighborhood was Ranger fans. I was the only Canadians fan.
yeah, Rick Middleton's my second favorite
That's
Bruin.
I loved him on the Rangers. And you know who else I loved? And I thought he would be a superstar. Gene Carr.
Oh, Jeebus, yeah,
Yeah, that was no good scouting on my part.
yeah, no,
But I
that was
had his
not good.
jersey, number 9, Gene Carr. But I
Yeah,
wasn't a Ranger fan. Just when we played against other blocks, we had Ranger jerseys because Lord knows they weren't going to wear Canadian jerseys, my friend. So, but yeah, yeah,
yeah. So, well, I just remember like all the Rangers from back in the day, and then Esposito went to the Rangers, and I was like, okay, good for him. Hope he does well. And he took him to the finals that one year.
he
So,
did.
so that was pretty good. And then he had Duguay, who was pretty good. I like Ron Duguay, and
Yeah, he wasn't just a pretty boy, that's for sure.
Vadnais went to the Rangers. A lot of Bruins ended up going there. Doak went there. Vadnais went there. I think
They did
Hodge
a
ended
lot
up
of
going there.
swapping. They did a lot of
Yeah,
swapping.
which is weird because you don't see people or teams in the same division or the same conference usually making trades, but the
Plus,
Bruins.
they beat the heck out of each other every time they played.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Well, we got
Vadnais,
Rattel. Rattel was really good. Even in Boston in his later years, he was still very good.
Don Murdoch, until he fell into trouble, he
Yeah,
was going to
Murdoch
be a good player.
was another name. Yep.
Mhm. Then you had Barry shoot the puck back.
Barry Beck. Yeah, he ended up going to
Mhm.
Colorado, I think, right?
No, he's from Colorado. He went to the Rangers, saved his life. Colorado was brutal.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, yeah. He
But
was good, though.
like I say, I don't mind the Rangers. They're I like all the original 6 teams. I'm not except Montreal. I'm not a big Montreal fan, but sorry. But Red Wings, Blackhawks, Rangers, Leafs, Bruins, and who's the other one? Was that all of them? Rangers, Blackhawks,
I don't know.
Bruins, Rangers, Blackhawks, Bruins,
It's half the league. You don't like my team?
Red Wings, and Leafs. Yeah, that's the one I don't like. I
Good.
don't like. Just don't like him. Wait, when I was in a band, the lead singer was big into Montreal. He's living in Vermont now. He's up in the Jucket area, so he's a big Montreal fan. But he liked him back in the day. How can you like Montreal living in Massachusetts?
Imagine Brooklyn, New York. I used to get heck for that. Do you remember the old Peter Puck?
Oh yeah. Oh, I remember Peter Puck. Yeah.
They used to have the shootout competitions.
Oh no, that was Showdown. That was called Showdown.
Showdown. When they had them on a breakaway against certain goals.
And then they could still go around and take shots. Poor goalies were getting picked apart back then.
And that's when I realized Terry O'Reilly was not a goon. He could play the game.
Yeah.
He won one of them one year. He had good hands. Yeah. He had good hands.
I remember that
That was great.
one of the Maple Leafs was having a problem. I don't know if it was Keon or Sittler. I think it was Sittler. And he couldn't.
Excuse me 1 second. Brian's asking about Summit Series. You would know. Did Grant make that series?
Oh, that would be awesome.
Four
I don't think
Nations,
he did.
He did.
Red Ice has it.
Yeah.
John made it for Red Ice.
Yeah.
And I have it. I have a bootleg copy for Shootout, which was not sanctioned, but somebody made it, so I have it.
Okay.
I have that for Hockey Blast. I have it for Hockey Blast.
Yes. No, it's not the.
I got the Summit season
Yes,
Hockey Blast.
I have it. Yes. That's right. Because
I have it for a few games. I think I even got it for Strat. I think. Yeah, I have it for Strat hockey.
Yes, there was a bootleg homebrew out there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Grant made the Four Nations.
Yes.
But I don't think he made the Summit.
Let's all email him. He'll have no choice. We'll just inundate him with
It's only
emails.
2 teams, Grant. It's only 2 teams.
Mm-hmm. The thing about the Hockey Blast set, they have all the other teams. But I don't know where they came from. There was no tournament. It was just the Summit Series. So I don't know where they came from, but makes it fun. I just gave Joe the Hockey Blast, the international, the all-timers with the 2 Canadian teams.
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah,
2
yeah.
Russian teams, 2 USA. Yeah, that's a good set. That's a fun set.
NBC broadcast in the 70s, Saturday morning. No, you know who it was? It was Tim Ryan, one of my favorite.
Was it?
Tim Ryan did some. He was one of my favorites. Tim Ryan. He did a lot of Blackhawks games. I mean, I could hear him calling Tony Esposito on the save. Tim Ryan, and then Dan Kelly was another favorite of mine. I think Dan Kelly was my favorite, and then Fred Cusick from Boston, and then Tim Ryan. Those are my favorite.
You're good.
Dan Kelly was my favorite one.
Him, I remember.
Now it's Kachuk with the puck. Sends it up the. I can still hear his voice in my head.
That's so
Now
good.
Kachuk shoots, he scores. And so a lot of my broadcasting was based off of some of Dan Kelly's stuff. His son actually was doing broadcasting for the Blues, and he sounded very similar to his dad. It was kind of neat that his son was doing it. Yeah. So no, we're gonna have to get on Grant about that now. I know everybody
When the
email.
chat's over, people, hammer them with emails.
Yeah, Peter
Joe.
Puck. Yeah, they're on YouTube. You can watch some of those old episodes.
Yep.
I had the Peter Puck. I was part of the club, and we had the sweatshirts and the mug. And about 20 years ago, I broke the mug apart so I could get the Peter Puck logo and scanned it in so I could have it. And I hated to do that, but back in the day, that stuff wasn't on the internet. You just couldn't find it. It's not what it was. So I broke my mug to get the logo. And Barrow went to one hockey game and no baseball games. You're better off just go to the hockey games.
Yeah.
Showdown. Yeah. Pitt Martin, Rick McLeish. Yeah, I'm playing McLeish right now. I got him on my Flyers team right now. And Rob went into a Flyers game and the Flyers went into the stands. That was like the thing.
What a surprise.
That was the thing. Pat Foley was great for the Blackhawks. You know who was doing the Blackhawks that called the Stanley Cup game-winning goal when Taze that put it home against the Flyers when he scored the cup-winning goal? John Weideman was the broadcaster, and John Weideman was the first broadcaster for the Worcester Ice Cats in 1994-95. And I met him a couple times and talked to him, and he was really great. He went to Philadelphia. And he was doing the radio for them, and then he ended up with Chicago going on the TV. And I think he was the guy that called the championship goal for the Blackhawks. So good for either that he was the radio guy, one of the two. But he went up to the NHL, and I kind of followed him for a little while. I don't know where he is now, but he was the Worcester Ice Cat guy for 1 or 2 years, and then he went up. So good for him.
Oh yeah.
And Brian says
we just had a discussion about this, Brian, at Joe's house. We just discussed this. And you know what? This is only my opinion. I don't know if you agree, Dave, but a goon to me was only guys that couldn't do nothing. Nothing. Guys like Joey Koser. A guy like Bob Probert was not a goon. Tiger Williams was not a goon. They could play the game.
Oh, yeah. There were some guys
that contributed. They could skate. They had good hands. They could score goals. A goon to me is a guy, and you don't see many these days because they don't, it's just a different game. But Ed Hospodar, goon, guys like that who couldn't.
Well, it's guys that never scored and just got 200 or 300 penalty minutes a season. Right. It's just like they went out there and you knew what they were going to do. They were just going to cheap shot you and try to start a fight. And it's just I'm glad they weeded that out. That I never was a big fan of that.
No. I was telling Joe and Phil that day that even somebody like Dave Schultz, he was asked to be a goon, but he could play. He scored 20 goals one year when he toned it down on a fourth line. He could play the game. Was he a goon in the NHL? Yeah, because he didn't do anything else. But these high penalty minute guys that could play the game, they were so valuable.
Yeah.
So valuable.
Mm-hmm.
That's, so I don't know, Brian. That's a tough question. Who you'd call a goon? See, Rob talks about Semenko. And Semenko, he gooned it up, but I wouldn't call him a goon.
Right.
The guy kept up and played on the line with Gretzky at times to protect him, but he kept up playing.
Oh, Brian says Weideman's still with the Hawks, which is good, and Troy Murray's on the color. That's neat. Barkley, Plager. All the Plagers were kind of rough and tough back in the day. I think you had to be,
I think Bob was the best defensive player of them, but it's a different era, without a doubt. Different era.
It's funny when you're playing the 49 hockey. Like I got my flyers right here. So you got the penalty ratings, and so on the 74-75 Sabres, the highest guy is Jim Schoenfeld. He's a 13 penalty, right? And then Jerry Korab at 11. Okay, so you figure those are rough and tough defensemen, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to the Flyers.
Yeah,
So
tell us some of those.
so Schoenfeld's a 13 and Korab's an 11. And the next
They're
closest
both
guy
good
is Spencer
defensemen.
with a 10. Everybody else is single digits. So 13 and 11. Then you go to the Flyers, and Dave Schultz, his penalty rating is 53.
That's higher than the guy you brought up for the players for the Canadians.
It's almost higher than everybody else on the team combined.
Tell us more. What is Bob Kelly's?
Bob Kelly's, he's only a 10.
Really? And
Yes,
Selesky?
Selesky's a 12. And DuPont's a 15. But yeah, Schultz is, so if line 4 is on the ice and it's Crisp, Schultz, and Oris Kindrachuk on my list right here. Again, that's just what I put together.
No, I think that's close.
Then if they're on the ice and it says the highest penalty, you don't even have to look. It's going to be Schultz. You know?
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
Joe says Vic Hatfield used to be a tough guy when he first come up until they saw he could play. Yeah, I think Barbara's playing with that right now. I think she's got those Rangers.
Yep.
So she's got Hatfield on the table right
Good
now.
Ranger team. That was a good Ranger team.
Yeah. Bears Den comes by, 007. Good to see you, Bears Den. Been a while. Pluso was asked how he trains in the offseason. He says he takes boxing lessons.
Nick Fatio box too.
There's a lot of guys that went to school there to learn how to fight, and I'm kind of glad that's not the big thing anymore. I mean,
that's how I became a Canadians fan. I play.
I like to watch the skill players do their thing, and anybody could just start fighting. I mean, come on, you know.
That's why I like today's game. These kids today are so talented.
Yeah.
I don't know how, I would say about the last 6, 7 years, maybe 8 years, they're not afraid to try different things. Like if you tried that try to score a Michigan goal with Gordie Howe on the ice, you'd never play again.
Yeah,
I would guarantee you would never play again. He would break both your hands.
Yeah, and that's what I don't like. Is when they would do when you're trying to hurt somebody. I mean, if you give them a good check, that's one thing. But you know, when it was Dale Hunter?
Oh,
when he cross-checked Turgeon, it's like I think they should have thrown him out for a couple of years because that changed the whole series. The best guy is now injured on a cheap shot that was for one reason is to hurt somebody.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be back for a while.
Yep.
You know what my grandfather always said? Because, you know, he used to watch, you know, a little bit of hockey with me and the whole bit. And my grandfather used to say, if you hurt someone, you should be out as long as they're out. And he says, if you hit somebody and they're out for the season, then you don't play the rest of the season.
Mm.
And I see where he's coming from. The only problem is if, you know, somebody got hurt, you know, whether it's accidentally or whatever, and it's, you know, the guy that got hurt was not as good as the guy that did the hurting. Well, maybe he takes his time coming back so the other guy can't play. So I can see how there could be some abuse on that end of it.
Some guys get hurt on clean hits, eh?
Yeah. But I see where he's coming from on that. And that's the problem nowadays, I think, is the pendulum swung too far the other way. Because if you hit somebody with a good hit, but they don't get up, it's a penalty and a suspension, even though it's a good hit. And if you hit somebody with a bad hit, but they get right up, you're fine. So it really all comes down to, does the guy get hurt? And then they don't ask questions if it was a good hit or a bad hit.
Right.
That's what I don't like. It's just so many times I watch the game and it's like, it's a good hit and the guy, he's down, he's hurt. It's like, and then everybody wants to beat up the guy to hit him. It's a clean hit. Yep. If it's a clean hit, it's a clean hit. Yep. You know, let it go. No penalty, no nothing. And nowadays, no, 5 minutes and out of the game. You wonder why you even bother hitting anymore. Because if you hit the guy and he doesn't get up, now you're punished because he wasn't ready. I don't like that. I don't like that.
I get it. I don't like cheap play. I never played like that when I played.
I remember that McSorley-Brashear play.
Oh.
And you know why? Because I was in Las Vegas when it happened. I think me and the wife were out there. I was at a work conference. That's the first time we ever went to Vegas, and the boss flew me out there. Says, "Okay, your wife can go." So we I think we were just married at the time, and so he flew us out and put us up at some cheap motel at the end of the strip. And when we were out there, I think what was that 90 must have been 99, 2000, 2001. I'm not sure when that was, but I think that was right on that time. Because I remember being in Vegas and they're like, oh, McSorley suspended. I was like, oh, man, he was a good player for the Bruins. Why is he suspended? And then, in Vegas, they get all the TVs and they showed the replay. I was like, oh, cheapest. Yeah. It's like,
That was bad.
it looked like he said he was trying to whack him in the arm and he
Yeah.
got him in the head. It's like, I have a hard time believing.
I don't believe it.
I have a hard time believing he tried to whack him in the head with his stick. I mean, that's just,
I don't know.
that's just way bad, way
Guys
bad.
do it. Do you remember when Wilf Paymont, they had the fight and he outright hit? Oh my gosh, who was it? Ruined his career. Oh, now I got to look it up. Does anybody in the chat remember Wilf Paymont, who was a good player?
Yeah, he was with the
could
Scouts.
stand up for himself.
And he went to Toronto, I think, right? But I don't remember him getting in any trouble, really. I just don't know enough about it. I just know that he was decent with the Scouts, and then he ended up with Toronto, I think. Yeah, but the one with McSorley, it's I really would like to say that he wasn't he was not going to try to whack him in the head. I really just don't think anybody would do that. That is just stupid.
Well, there's another one as I'm looking through it. How about when Todd Bertuzzi blindsided Moore from the Avalanche, Steve Moore? That was brutal.
Yeah. He took a beating for that too. He missed a lot of time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to see it.
So there's a lot of goons out there. Boy, we've really hit all the high spots tonight. Now this has been a very uplifting broadcast. We've talked about people dying and oh man, just now we're talking about goons and hurting people.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. I got to turn off my
hockey. So
I'm gonna turn off my AC. It is freezing down here. Hang on a second.
That's it. Joe Cause is like very good, Joe. Yes, it was Dennis Polonich, who was pretty tough in his own right. But yeah, full two-handed him. It's crazy. You ain't getting away with that no more. Yep, Cutter, he was. Well, Imlach and Ballard made some pair as owners. And GM and that was just insane. But no, Polonich was not an angel, but you don't. It's just you crossed the line. You crossed the line when you did that. It's like who's the one that got crossed? Was it Hospodar? Cross-checked old Samuelson in the face, or Hospodar got cross-checked in the face? I forget.
Yeah.
Man, I'm losing it. That was a brutal hit.
Yeah.
You don't. Sticks are out. Sticks are out. I could see it happening. You guys could lose they lose a temper here and there, but keep him down. If you're going to whack a guy, whack him in the thighs or something.
Yeah.
But if you're seeing red rats, you're not thinking about where you're swinging.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
But anyway,
so any final thoughts before we wrap up here? I need to go get something to eat. I've been online all night. Been enjoying it, but I'm getting a little hungry. I need to have a little late night snack before I turn in. But I want to thank everybody that tuned in for the hockey broadcast earlier.
Again,
hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully that answered a lot of questions. I'm kind of hoping anybody that playing at least the highlight version of the game that's looking at the cards is confused that somewhere along the line I answered your question, because it took me a while to get used to what was going on. And so I wanted to explain what I learned. And a lot of it is just read the card. If you read the card in 49 highlight hockey or even the quick decks hockey, it'll tell you what you need to look for. And it's just finding out what player and things like that. But I get the game moving super fast. I really like how fast the game goes. And I enjoy it so much. I know, Rob. It has been a very uplifting. We haven't talked a lot of positive things. And every now and then it happens. I try to talk positives. I was talking about my TV show that I watched. So I do like that. We got to figure out the next topic for the show. We haven't
I
talked
think the
about
most
that yet.
positive thing we got tonight was Bob being able to play quick deck highlights by
I
herself.
know. I
The
haven't talked to her
highlights.
yet. I haven't talked to her, so I don't know how long. I don't know
I
if she's got through
told
the
you.
first game.
She
Yeah,
ain't calling you no more. You're out. You sit.
I know.
You
I
led the
know.
girl to water. Now she don't need you to drink. That's
Yeah.
the way women are.
I'm just wondering, like I say, if she's getting through the cards all right and has any questions, or if she's figuring it out. So, um, so if
She
you know,
knows where we are.
yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
But what was fun is last night I was just laying there and she was sending me pictures of the cards and I was like explaining what it meant. So that's what I did tonight. I kind of zoomed in on the cards and showed that off. So I'm kind of hoping that if there is any questions, that maybe one of those cards come up and I explained what happened.
Yeah, I told you. I think if any questions, people just need to look at that video. I think you covered every single thing about the game.
Yeah, at least the highlight version, I think I did, and a lot of that bleeds into the quick decks version too. There's not a lot that's different.
Hmm.
It's more cards. The shooting ranges are less because you're not trying to score on every play. You're trying to generate shots, is what you're trying to do, compared to the highlight game. On a lighter note, would you want to play your team's best season ever, or maybe one that was just okay? I do like a little bit of a challenge. Mm, it's a little bit of both for me.
Mm.
I find that obviously, if you take your favorite team and they have a strong season, it makes it fun. Um, I don't know sometimes if like they win the championship, I like to play that season, but sometimes I don't because I want to see if I can get them to win the championship.
Yeah.
And then if they don't, I'd be disappointed.
Yeah.
if I take the Bruins of the season, like how many times I played the 69-70 finals and the Bruins did not beat St. Louis, let alone sweep them. They just didn't win the series.
That's scary.
And it is disappointing. And the same with 71-72. I couldn't get them to beat the Rangers.
Did you ever play their record breaking season through the playoffs and see how they do?
No, I have that one. I did play 1970-71 playoffs, and every time they do win the cup in 70-71. They just didn't in
They were
real
great.
life. But they couldn't beat the Rangers. They couldn't beat the Blues. So sometimes I don't like to play the season they win because if they don't win, it's gonna be like, oh, it's wrong. But if I play a season they get close, then it's kind of
Right.
fun. So
Well, for my team, the 76-77 season is historic for the Canadians. And in most games, they're not going to lose. So is it fun watching it? Yeah. But it's anticlimactic in a lot of ways. I
mm,
like playing seasons like certain 70 like I think the one you doing with the playoffs, 74-75, a lot of different teams could have won that year.
yeah,
I like playing those and see where it shakes out. I'm looking forward,
yeah.
like I said, to keep going with last year's playoffs with the highlights.
hmm
So
Yeah, I like that. Oh, so she's played 3 games. Oh, I didn't know.
I told you, she don't need you.
I thought we played one period last night, and then the second period she was texting me the cards or whatever. I didn't know she finished the game. She played more games. I didn't know that she was flying through them like that. I had no idea. So
Look what
good,
Rob just said about me.
good.
Rob, the only thing I could hit is my pillow. That's it, and I'm the best at it.
Hitman Finney.
Yeah,
He's a pinch hitter.
yeah. I hit the pillow.
Yeah, and a lot of people said the '85 Bears don't beat the Patriots a lot.
They don't.
It's
They don't.
not on some of the games that we have here.
You can't reenact or rate the playoffs.
Yeah,
That's where they
that's when
really
teams get hot and
opened
get
up a
cold.
can.
Yeah,
Yes, and
yeah,
they
yeah,
whooped up on people.
yeah,
But in the regular season, yes, they had a great year, but they didn't have a strong schedule. That's always the argument. They didn't play a strong schedule. They had to play the NFC Central. They were not good
yeah.
teams there,
Right.
you know? So I don't know. But they're still a fun team to play with, don't get me wrong. I love playing with that defense.
Hmm.
I don't know.
And Scott says Barbara's going to have the whole Rangers season done by Labor Day.
There you go. And then she'll jump to 92, 93, or 91, 92. What do we?
Yep.
I don't know what she has.
So she's playing just no penalties. But that's what I told her. Just get the
Okay.
game moving, and then once the game's going, you think you can get through everything. Then the penalties are just an extension of the game. They really there's nothing really different
No,
on the.
just one card.
It's
Again,
just one
just
one
go through
one
it with
card on the
Dave
power play.
show
Yep.
tonight. Yep. And you'll get it right down pat.
Yep.
They're easy.
There's nothing on a penalty card that's not in the regular deck. It's just worded different. There's a lot more scoring chances, is what
Mhm.
it is.
And like you
So,
said tonight, you stressed, read the card. Take your time,
yep.
read the card. And I know I have to do it because my comprehension's gotten worse, you know.
It took me a while to get it because I just was like, okay, I'm confused. But it's like if you stop, you start at the top and work your way down. And
Mhm.
when it's almost like a play game. Is this guy this? Is this guy that?
Yeah.
If not, then you end up here. This is the last stop.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yep.
So that's kind of how it
Just
goes.
have
So
fun with it for now, Bob. Just
yep.
have fun with
Any
it.
questions? Like I say, ask me or Vin or Joe.
Yep.
We're
You know
all
where
playing.
we're at.
Yeah, we're all playing it. If you get stuck on anything, sometimes it's just a refresher. Sometimes like I get stuck to it. It's like, oh, what do I do here? Oh, you do this. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. So
We
sometimes
might
that
have to
happens.
pick you up, or we meet up there and we have a sleepover. Get our pajamas and our hockey helmets, and we stay at Barbara's and play some highlights.
She's halfway. She's halfway there. She's right on the way.
She's PA. She's not far from us. I don't think. I would have to look, but
Yeah, it's just you got to just make sure that if you guys put a tent outside or something, that the bears don't get you. That's the thing.
mm,
She's got a lot more wildlife than I do.
actually, my brother's playing in Bensalem, PA. I told the guys today because Ryan and Ray
Yeah,
brought some stuff
yeah.
from, and I saw on the bakery box Bensalem. I was like, if you like Bob Seger, my brother's band is off the hook.
Oh, you said that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, they're phenomenal, phenomenal.
The guy
And
that picked me up, John Henkel, I'm sorry,
yeah,
I'm
I
tired.
see his page. We're friends on
Yeah,
Facebook.
yeah, he's in a band. He opened up for the Gin Blossoms. It was
Loves
like
his
that's
music.
cool.
Yeah,
What's it?
yeah.
What's he called? The screaming cucumbers or something like that, or the wailing cucumbers or something like that. It's a funky name like that,
Yeah,
but
my brother played with a lot of, yeah, really
so
good.
that
And
was
they put on a great show, and it's a G-rated show. No nonsense. Adults are there. Nothing crazy going on. It's just fun with Bob Seger music. So
nice.
there's my free promo for my brother.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, you mentioned that before. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
pretty
they're
good.
good.
So
They're good.
anyway, all right, we're gonna jump out here. I need to
Start walking, Bob. You can make it.
yeah, just look out for the bears.
I'll get you comped.
So anyway,
4
so
hours. The hell
thank
out. You ain't that good. No, I'm kidding.
so thanks for coming by tonight. It's just a little fun chat here. We
Yes.
just kind of killing some time here on a Saturday night and talking about whatever comes up, games, sports, whatever it is. Tonight we were talking goons and things like that. So
And cats. We did talk about cats.
yeah, we talked about cats a little bit. I gotta
Mhm.
go see if that cat comes back. He's not gonna last long if he's out there at 1:30 at night. That's just, oh man. I saw that as like, oh man, don't do that. But
Outdoor cats
anyway,
have good survivor skills.
we're gonna figure out what we're gonna be doing for a topic, and we're gonna be getting some matchup college football here pretty soon on the channel. Um, I don't know, maybe in the next few days. Gotta see how it goes, but we gotta nail down a time to record our next show as well. So anyway, so I'm Dave. Thanks for Vin for coming by. We'll go back to our main screen to say goodbye. And so here's our main screen, and we shall talk to everybody later. Keep playing, keep enjoying your games. So you have a good time. Because that's what it's about. And
Yes.
coming down here last night, and I was playing the Buffalo Philadelphia game. It was just so fun. It
Good.
really is. Every game I play is so fun.
Good.
And, I got so many little projects going on with this 49 highlight hockey. And that's the thing. You can do projects quickly with a highlight game.
Mm-hmm.
And but what I've been doing, Vin, is when I play I've been playing some one-offs just for fun.
Yeah.
And but I print out my own teams is what I do, and I print out my lineups. But I'm going to go back and I saved all the things I printed out so I can go back and play the full game
Very cool.
and see what my results are in the full game compared to the highlight game.
Very cool.
Just for fun. So, and Severance is on my list. Yeah, everyone's talking about Severance on Apple TV, so maybe that's the next one I'm going to see. So thanks for that recommendation, but I think that's something we might check out. So everybody, thanks for coming by. Scott,
Good night,
Barbara.
everyone. Have a great rest of your weekend.
Yep. Hope you guys have a good time. And we'll talk to you later. Who knows? We'll see how it goes on the rest of the weekend and this week, and hopefully we'll catch up with everybody. And until next time, bye-bye, everyone.
Night.